Welcome to Stamp Designs with Denise. I'm Denise Johnson, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Bedford, New Hampshire. Today I'd like to share with you some alternatives to the Paper Pumpkin kit. Paper Pumpkin is a monthly subscription kit that you can order through Stampin' Up! And every month you get a box like this that contains all the supplies you need to make handcrafted cards. This month I'm going to be sharing the Summer Nights July 2020 kit with you. So everything comes included in this box. There are directions with pictures and then all the supplies you need. It usually comes with a stamp spot, a stamp set. There are adhesives, any type of embellishments that you can use, all the cutouts, dies, and this month these were the 3 cards that you could make using this set. It had this card with lanterns on it. It has this card that has a jar and fireflies. It had this card which has a Ferris wheel, and this uses those enamel stars, the glitter stars. And then it also came with 9 of these tea light bags that I stamped on and then used the star embellishments on. So I have this little glitter tea light that I put inside my little bags. There's probably too much light in here for you to see, but very pretty, very good for summer nights outside. So I have some alternatives. This kit makes 9 cards, 3 of each of these. And they come with envelopes as well. And there are also 9 of these tea light bags that came in the kit. But I have some alternatives that I have made that I'd like to share with you. My first alternative, I actually took the tea light bag and I cut it to make it into a stencil. So I sponged on the colors to make this card. So I'm going to make one of these using different colors. So this is the tea light bag that I cut open, and I'm using this firework as a stencil. So I have a Whisper White layer that's 4 by 5 1/4. I have a Magenta Madness layer that's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I have a card base that's 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. It's scored at 4 1/4. And then I have a 1/2 inch piece of Whisper White that I'm going to use for my sentiment. And I also have a Magenta Madness that I've already tied into a bow that I'm going to use on the front of the card. So in order to do the sponging on this, I'm going to use these sponge daubers. And today I'm going to be using the colors Misty, Moonlight, Magenta Madness, and Bumblebee. So I'm going to place my stencil on my Whisper White layer. And these are nice, they just fit right on your finger, and they're stained, but they've been washed out and rinsed out. So the color that's on here isn't going to transfer, just the color that I'm picking up. So I'm just going to dab it a few times in there, and then I'm going to go over and fill in my stencil. And there's my first firework. And so now I'm going to move my stencil and add in a second color. So I'm going to put this dauber away because I don't want to mix my colors. I'll do my next one in the Moonlight Madness. second color added. Third color I'm going to use is the Bumblebee. And I'm starting with another clean sponge dauber. I'm going to place my stencil on. And there's my third firework. Now I'm going to stamp my sentiment. I chose Time to Celebrate from the Itty Bitty Birthdays stamp set for my sentiment. I'm going to stamp that in the Magenta Madness on the 1/2 inch of scrap paper. Then I'm going to give it a straight edge, and I want to flag the end of this. And my sentiment is done. So let's start putting our card together. Put my ink away. Get all my parts out. I attach my Whisper White layer to the Magenta Madness. I'm going to attach my ribbon. I use tape to attach it to the back to keep it secure. I do pre-tie my bows before the video starts so that I tend to struggle with putting them together while I'm on camera. And then I'm going to attach my sentiment using some dimensionals. And that is going to go right on there. And then I can attach it to my card base. So you can use any colors that you like, and I did actually on this one, I did a few of those little star bursts around it, so I think I will do that again with the Magenta Madness. And that finishes the card. Of course, if you have rhinestones or any other type of sparkly embellishment, those would be great to add here as well. So let's move on to the second alternate card using this set. So when I saw these card bases, I thought that they would be perfect to do for a silhouette. So I chose this card base, and then I got a die from the Friendly Silhouette dies, and I chose the palm tree one. This die set has a field of flowers, and then it also has some cattails and some dragonflies on it. But I wanted to do, with this particular background, I chose to do the palm trees. So I ran it through my Big Shot, my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and then you take it out, it cuts all those pieces out. So I thought it would make a really nice silhouette to have that. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to add my sentiment on it. But I really like the way the silhouette of the palm trees is against the background of the sky. The sentiment I chose is from Tasteful Touches. The good things in life are better with you. So I am going to stamp that in the Blackberry Bliss ink. Right at the top here. And then I'm going to attach this to my black layer. My black layer is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then I will put this on the card base, which is in Whisper White, which is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And there's my second alternate card. This is another card I had made for a project share that I was a part of. I made the firework from the stamp set into a firecracker. So I just cut a rectangle piece out of the Blackberry Bliss paper, stamped my starburst, and used a black marker to draw the line so it would look like a firecracker. This label comes with the paper pumpkin kit, and the stamp sentiment is also in that same paper pumpkin kit. If you'd like to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, I will include the link in the description of this video, and I will also include a link to the blog, which will tell you all of the products that I used in this video. So thank you very much. Please comment or share on my videos. Thank you for watching today, and remember to leave a little sparkle wherever you go.